Hi, ako si Beng. Sa video na ito, ituturo ko ang finding the nth term of an arithmetic sequence, kung saan gagamitin natin ang sikat na arithmetic sequence formula. Ang ating formula for the arithmetic sequence is a sub n equals to a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times d. Or pwede rin nating basahin such as a sub n equals to a sub 1 plus open close parenthesis n minus 1 times d. To identify ang arithmetic sequence formula, lagi kong pinapatanda yung mga components na meron tayo dito sa ating formula. Una, yung a sub n, which is the nth term of the arithmetic sequence. Following by the a sub 1, which is this one, as our first term. Third is n, for the number of terms. Kumbaga, kung ilan yung terms meron tayo sa sequence na given, or the ordinal of the term. Fourth is d, or the common difference. So, nakaraan, nakuha na natin yung tamang paraan ng pagkuha ng common difference ng isang arithmetic sequence. So, ito yung apat na components na dapat nating tandaan in memorizing the arithmetic formula. Meron ako ditong dalawang example. Una is find the 36th term of the sequence 1, 5, 9, 13, so on and so forth. And secondly, find the 22nd term of the arithmetic sequence 15, 11, 7, so on and so forth. So, ito yung nakaraang binanggit ko kung bakit importanteng malaman natin yung general rule na meron tayo sa isang sequence. Katulad ng paghahanap natin ng particular term. Say dito, sa dalawang example, mababa pa yung term na hinahanap natin, yung pang 36 lang. Actually, we can solve for it using mano-mano. Hindi dire-diretsuin mo yung terms meron tayo sa sequence. Ganon din yung number 2. Mas maiksi yun kasi 22nd lang. Yung pang 22 na term. Itatry natin dito yung arithmetic sequence formula. Okay, so dalawa yung dalawang example na to, parehas yung objective niya. Ito ay hanapin yung specific term ng isang sequence. So, simulan natin sa example number 1. Find the 36th term of the sequence 1, 5, 9, 13, so on and so forth. So, ibig sabihin, yung sequence na 1, 5, 9, 13, meron lang tayo ditong apat na identified term. Yung first 4, alam na natin kung ano ito. At ang pinaka-objective natin, hanapin natin, kung dadagdagan natin yung 13, ano kaya doon yung pang 36? Anong value meron tayo for the 36th term? So, gagamit tayo ng formula which is a sub n equals to a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times d. Sa akin, usually, tinuturo ko yung d, nilalagay ko na kaagad dito sa una. Wala namang mali dun sa, wala namang nag-violate na rule dun. Kung bakit ko ginagawa yun, simply because sometimes, students tend to forget that there's still d to be multiplied. Lagi siya nakakaligtaan kasi dulong banda na siya. Pero, I'll be teaching you yung tamang pagkakasulat ng formula na meron tayo, which is d, and the last part. Okay, yung components na meron tayo ay a sub n, a sub 1, n, at d. Yung apat na components na to, hindi natin lahat mahanap yung values nila through this given sequence. Kasi, kapag lahat yan andyan na, ibig sabihin, wala na tayong mahanapin, wala na tayong problemang susolusyonan. Okay, so, kapag meron kang apat na components yan, most probably, meron tayong tatlong given na kaagad. Yung tatlong given na yun, hahanapin natin dun sa example number 1 na yan. Diyan lang din sa find the 36th term of the sequence 1, 5, 9, 13. Okay, wala ka ng ibang paghahanapan pa. So, out of 4, tatlo dyan yung given kasi yung isa, kailangan mong hanapin, which is the 36th term. Okay. So, first thing, yung pinakamadali out of this given is yung first term na meron tayo. So, yung first term, o yung unang term na meron tayo sa sequence na 1593, which is equal to 1. So, madaling ma-identify yung first term kasi hanapin mo, ano ba yung given natin na sequence? 1, 5, 9, 13. Ano dyan ang una? Or first term? Since here is 1, then the answer is 1. Kung nakalagay naman dyan sa sequence, meron kang 6, 8, 10, 12, so on and so forth, then 6 is the first term. Etc. Okay. Secondly, isa sa pinakamadaling hanapin natin dito ay yung common difference. Lalo na't meron tayo ditong sequence na first 4, yung common difference dito ay pagpili ng dalawang term na magkasunod, di ba? So, yung dalawang term na magkasunod, ang gagawin lang natin ay sasubtract natin. Having 5 minus 1, which is equal to 4. So, ganun lang kadali. Since identified na nga siya na as an arithmetic sequence, hindi na natin kailangan i-validate pa kung may common difference dito. So, kahit yung unang pair lang ng terms meron tayo, we can use it to identify the value of the common difference. So, meron tayong common difference na 4. Kasi, ibig sabihin ng 4 na yan, 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. Okay? So, third is yung n, which is 36. Diba sabi dito, yung n is the number of terms o kaya naman yung ordinal of the term. Since hinahanap natin dito yung 36th term, which is actually a sub 36. As we all know that yung a sub 36 na yan, yung n dito is the subscript or yan. So, yung n na to is our subscript. Meaning to say, whatever you have here as a value, ayun yung magiging value ng n. 36. Okay? So, subscript natin n equals to 36. Ito po yun. Okay. Lastly is finding the a sub n. So, alam naman natin na yung n is 36. So, a sub 36. Pero, nakalagay lang siya as a sub 36. Pero, hindi pa natin alam ano ba yung value ng a sub 36. Ano bang number ang magpa-fall sa pang 36 na term. Ayun ang ibig sabihin ng problem na ito. Or given na ito. Okay. So, let us plug in the values we have gathered here for our components dito sa ating formula. So, we'll have a sub n equals to a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times d. Yung a sub n natin is a sub 36. Ang a sub 1 natin ay 1. Ang n natin ay 36. At ang common difference natin ay 4. So, we'll have here a sub 36 equals to 1 plus 36 minus 1 times 4. Okay. Yung next equation natin is a sub 36 equals 1 plus 35 times 4. Kung bakit naging ganito yung equation na meron tayo, it's just simply because we have simplified this. Nag-simplify lang tayo since meron tayo ditong kailangan i-evaluate, which is 36 minus 1, which is equal to 35. Okay, so dito, ito yung medyo crucial sa pagsagot ng arithmetic sequence. Yung iba, ang ginagawa nila, this is the common mistake. What they do is they add this first. Yung 1, tapos yung 35. Ang gagawin nila, i-add nila to. Kasi ayun yung magkatabi. Not knowing that in performing a given like this, kailangan nating sundin yung PEMDAS, which is parenthesis. Kung bakit nauna natin dito yung 36 minus 1, kasi nga, we follow the PEMDAS, which is the parenthesis nila. So, wala naman exponent, PEMDAS, multiplication, yun. So, meron tayo ditong multiplication or division, dapat yung mauna. Since multiplication yung meron tayo, at addition, uunahin natin yung sa MDAS, yung multiplication or division. So, multiplication, ibig sabihin, hindi natin i-add si 1 at saka si 35. Instead, we'll have 35 times 4 first. So, 1 plus 140. 35 plus 35, 70. Dalawang 70, 140. To simplify this, yun na, pwede natin i-add ngayon yung 1, tapos yung product ng 35 times 4, which is 141. Therefore, ang ating conclusion, the 36th term of the sequence is 141. So, if you try to continue this, 13, dahil ang common difference ay 4, mag-add ka lang ng 4 all through way out. 14 plus 4 is 17. Plus 4, 21, plus 4, so on and so forth. Hanggang umabot ka ng pang 36, ang sagot doon ay 141. Ganun lang kasimple. Okay, how about for the second example? Ganun lang din naman. Same procedure, same given, same objective, hanapin ang pang 22nd term. Pero, ang given dito natin ay 15, 12, 9. Yung behavior natin ng sequence ay pababa. So, we are actually expecting for a negative common difference here. Hanapin natin yung component A sub 1, ang unang term na meron tayo, which is 15. So, nakita naman natin dito, 15. Followed by the common difference, isa pang pinakamadaling hanapin dito. Dahil kailangan natin ng dalawang magkasunod, we'll have 15 and 12. So, 12 minus 15 equals to negative 3. So, unahin natin lagi yung pangalawang term dun out of the pair of terms na meron tayo. 12 minus 15 equals to negative 3. Since dahil nga ang ating sequence dito ay pababa yung value niya, 15, 12, 9, you really have to expect that you have here a negative common difference. So, yung n natin, n, pang ilang term ba yung hinahanap natin, yung ordinal? 22nd. So, ibig sabihin, n equals to 22. So, expectedly, since a sub n ang hinahanap natin at ang n natin ay 22, we have to look for a sub 22. Okay. Formula. Let's let's plug in the components in our formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times d. Ang ating a sub n here is a sub 22. Ang ating first term ay 15. Ang ating n ay 22. Ang ating d ay negative 3. So, ganun lang kasimple. Susulat mo lang dyan sa ating formula. So, a sub 22 equals to 15 plus quantity 21 minus 1 times quantity negative 3. So, as you can see, dahil ang ating common difference ay negative 3, we are expected to write the same thing, negative 3. Okay? So, we are not the one to decide kung lalagay ba natin yung negative dito. Mamaya ko pong ilagay yung negative kasi ayoko ng negative number. Ang hirap pong sagutan yan. No, actually, if the given is negative, then you have to write it as is. So, a sub 22 equals to this right-hand side. Hindi ulit natin gagawin yung 15 plus 22. Instead, we'll be performing the PEMDAS. So, unahin muna natin yung nasa parenthesis. Ito, wala naman siyang kasama. Naka-parenthesis lang siya or naka-group lang siya for the reason na ito ay isang negative number. Okay? So, 22 minus 1, since ito ay pwede natin i-simplify, ito muna yung unahin natin. Okay? We'll have a sub 22 equals to 15 plus 21 because 22 minus 1 is 21 times quantity negative 3. Okay? So, as isinunod pa rin natin sa negative 3. Kung bakit ulit naka-parenthesis siya, lalo na sa ganitong given. Pag tinanggal mo tong parenthesis na to, inalis mo to, you will have 21 minus 3. So, hindi ka nag-multiply. Ang lalabas na doon, nagsasubtract ka na 21 minus 3. Okay? Totally magiging mali yung answer mo kapag kinontinue mo yung ganong process o kaya naman hindi ka naglagay dito ng parenthesis. So, simplify na natin to. Pwede natin i-multiply sa 21 kay negative 3. We'll have a sub 22. Okay, so hindi ko ito nabura. So, I have here I have here sorry, my mistake. we have here A sub 22 equals to 15 plus negative 63. Kung bakit ito naging negative 63 is 21 times negative 3. So, negative 3 times 2, negative 6. So, negative 63. So, to simplify it, meron tayong A sub, sorry, I did not erase it. So, meron tayo dito A sub 22 equals to 4, 8. So, ganun lang kasimple. So, meron tayong A sub 22 equals to negative 48. Okay, so may mistake. Therefore, the 22nd term of the sequence is negative 48. Ibig sabihin, kung meron ka ditong 15 as first term, 12 as second term, meron tayong pangatlong term as 9. Kapag kinontinue mo yung sequence na ito, ang pang 22nd term na meron tayo ay negative 48. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple yung unang dalawang given. But what if we are given a question like this? In the sequence 13, 10, 7, what term has a value of negative 50? Okay, so, if we try to analyze this kind of given, hindi na natin nahanap yung pang 50th term, yung pang 36th term, pang 22nd term, etc. But, the question here is, anong value daw yung, anong term daw meron or saan magpo-fall na term ang negative 50. Okay, so in the sequence 13, 10, 7, yung sequence na meron tayo, may tatlo tayong given. So yung tatlong given na yan, kapag kinontinue mo daw yan, along the way, along that consecutive numbers na meron tayo, si negative 50 ay andyan sa sequence na yan. Pero ang tanong dito, pangilan si negative 50? Okay, so kung kanina, binigay yung term, ano yung value nun, ngayon naman, binigay yung value, pang ilang term naman siya. Okay? So, in this kind of given, madali lang din siya kasi gagamit pa rin tayo ng arithmetic sequence formula. Same goes with, kukuha pa rin tayo ng components na meron tayo. What components can we achieve from this? Okay? Since ang hinahanap natin, what term, ibig sabihin yung value ng n, yung kailangan nating hanapin. So, ibig sabihin, in this kind of given, itong n yung missing. Okay? So, let's try. First term, una sa lahat. Napakadali. Ito, unang term. 13, 10, 7. We have a sub 1 equals to 13. Ano naman yung common difference? Encircle natin yung dalawa. 13, 10, 7. Paaba yung value na meron tayo, then we are expecting to have a negative common difference. So, D is equal to 10 minus 13, which is equal to negative 3. Okay? So, yung N natin, missing. Kasi, ayun na yung kailangan natin identify. Pang ilang term meron si negative 50? Or, pang ilang term magpo-fall si negative 50? Okay? So, for A sub N, we have negative 50. Kung bakit negative 50 yan, ibig sabihin, yung n dito, may particular term to. Tapos yung particular term naman, ang sagot natin doon ay negative 50. Okay? So, let's use the formula. Meron tayong a sub n equals to negative 50. So, as is na yung sagot na meron tayo dito. Sa a sub 1, meron ding value. Sa n, ang ating missing part. Si d ay meron din. Okay? So, let's try to plug in the values we have. A sub n equals to a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times d. Our a sub n is negative 50. Our a sub 1 is 13. So, negative 50 equals to 13 plus quantity n minus 1 times negative 3. So, kung mapapansin nyo, the usual way na ginawa natin kanina for examples 1 and 2, sinimplify natin yung nasa loob ng parentheses. But, since we have here dissimilar term, meron tayo ditong with variable, at yung isa naman constant. Hindi natin sila pwedeng ipag-combine or simplify. So, let it be that way. So, paano na magiging paraan natin kung hindi natin pwedeng i-simplify yung meron tayo sa parentheses? You can actually have the distributive property. So, whereas we distribute negative 3 to both n and negative 1. So, ibig sabihin, i-multiply natin si negative 3 kay n, si negative 3 kay negative 1. We therefore have negative 50 equals to 13 plus negative 3n. So, n times negative 3, negative 3n. Negative times negative, we have positive. 1 times 3 is 3. Kaya meron tayong positive 3 dito. Okay. So, if we're having this a simpler equation, ang gagawin naman natin dun sa right-hand side, since meron tayong constant dito, sa pang-constant dito, pwede pa natin silang i-simplify. So, we're having here negative 50 equals to 13 plus 3, 16. Plus quantity, negative 3. And since wala naman siyang pwedeng i-simplify dito sa tatlong term na to. Okay? So, next na gagawin natin, ito ay constant. Ito ay constant. Ito lang yung negative 3n, yung term na naiiba. Okay? So, ang kailangan natin gawin sa kanya is to separate this. Yung merong variable, yung may n as literal coefficient. Isa-separate natin siya from this constant. So, pagkasamahin na lang natin yung negative 50 tsaka 16. So, ita-transpose na lang natin yung 16 dun sa left-hand side. So, we'll have negative 50 minus 16. At kung bakit naman naging negative na si 16 from 16, positive 16, di ba? When we try to transpose a certain value from one side to another, yung tatawid siya, term ko dito sa estudyante ko, ay tatawid siya ng bakod. So, pag siya ililipat ng bakod, nasa right-hand side siya, tapos lilipat siya sa left-hand side, magbabago na ang kanyang sign. So, we'll having here negative 50 minus 16 equals to negative 3n. So, simplify natin to. Negative plus negative 16 will have negative 66 equals to negative 3n. Okay, how to simplify this? Etong n, ito yung matitira dapat kasi ito yung kailangan nating value. So, ang ibig sabihin na to, itong negative 3n na to, ito yung kakancel natin. So, in canceling negative 3n, hindi lang natin siya basta buburahin. Yung iba, sige ma'am, buburahin natin. Hindi po ganon. Okay? Kung gusto natin siyang mawala, we have to do a certain process here. It is through multiplying negative 1/3. O kaya naman, yung ginagawa nila, ma'am, yung dinidivide. Opo, dinidivide. Dinidivide natin yung numerical coefficient negative 3 to this right-hand side. At the same time, i-divide din natin siya, yung negative 3, dito sa left-hand side. Okay? So, para maging balance. Okay, so we'll have here, negative 3n divided by negative 3, makakancel yan. Magkakaroon tayo n. So, same goes with negative 66, i-divide natin sa negative 3, negative, magiging positive. Makakancel yung sign na both negative. So, 66 divided by 3 gives us 22. Therefore, n is equal to 20 sec n. Anong ibig sabihin na to? Therefore, negative 50 is the 22nd term of the sequence. 13, 10, 7. So, ang ibig sabihin lang nito, kung we try to get the specific term ni negative 50, sang term siya magpa-fall, mahanap natin siya sa pang 22nd term. Okay? So, ano yung pinagkaiba niya sa una at pangalawa? Yung una at pangalawa, parang mas madali siya kasi yung pag-simplify natin sa equation ay simple lang. Unlike here, we have to perform distributive property. Kailangan mo mag-distribute ng term to mag-distribute ng value dun sa parenthesis na meron tayo. Unlike dun sa unang dalawa, smooth lang yung pag-simplify natin. Okay, so pang-apat na term natin, or pang-apat na given natin. Find the D, or common difference if a sub 5 is equal to 18 and a sub 27 is equal to 106. So, ganun pa rin. If you are to perform arithmetic sequence, you always have to use, lagi makakatulong yung formula ng arithmetic sequence. So, you really have to stick with that. Okay, so kapag may problemang katulad nito, ang gawin natin, hanapin natin yung mga components, okay, na meron tayo. We should try to get important information out of this given. So, a sub 5 equals to 18. So, kung kukuhain natin yung component na meron tayo dito, at yung component na meron tayo dito, makakatulong yun sa atin in identifying the common difference. Okay? Since, kung napapansin nyo, si 18 ay yung pang 5th term na kagad. Tapos yung pang 27 term daw ay 106. Wala tayo ditong value ng unang term. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, nag-skip ka agad siya. Ito yung first term, ito yung second term, ito yung third term, ito yung fourth term. Yung unang 4, walang value. Ang pinakabinigay natin dito, yung pang 5 term kagad, which is 18. So, ibig sabihin, in components, wala tayong a sub 1. Same goes with, wala tayong pang 6, wala tayong pang 7. Ang meron tayo yung pang 27th term, which is 106. Ibig sabihin, hindi rin natin mahanap yung common difference dito. Kasi wala tayong kukunin na dalawang magkasunod na term. So, try natin pa rin. Meron tayong a sub 1? Wala. So, question mark. Meron ba tayong common difference? Wala rin po. Meron ba tayong n? Yes. Yung n natin, ito yung subscript. Ordinal of the term. N equals to 5. At alam natin na yung a sub n na meron tayo is just a sub 5, which is equal to 18. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ito at ito lang yung nakuha nating value. Dalawa lang out of 4. Okay, so don't worry kasi meron pa naman tayong isa pang given na sequence, which is a sub 27 equals to 106. And same with what we have here for the a sub 5 equals to 18. Dalawa lang din yung component na makukuha natin. Okay, a sub 1 missing, common difference missing. Ang n natin, yung subscript na 27. Yung a sub n natin is a sub 27 equals to 106. So, may dulot ba to? Yes. Okay, so yung dulot na to, yung components na meron tayo, and if we try to plug in our arithmetic sequence formula, we'll come up with this. A sub 5 equals to a sub 1, walang value. So, as is, n is equal to 5, d, walang value. So, we retain d. So, 18 equals to a sub 1 plus 4d. Yung pangalawa nating given, ganoon din po, pa-plug-in lang natin, nakuha nating information sa components. Meron tayong 106 equals to a sub 1 plus 26 times d. So, 27 kasi to minus 1 is 26d. Okay? So, solve for the value of d using the system of linear equation. Since meron tayo ditong unang equation, meron tayong pangalawang equation, we can perform solving of system of linear equation. Okay? So, dito, we can have the equation 1 such as 18 equals to a sub 1 plus 4d. Second equation is 106 equals to a sub 1 plus 26 times d. Ito lang din po yun. So, ang gagawin natin, ang pinaka-technique natin dito, dahil kailangan natin makuha yung d, tanggalin natin yung a sub 1. We have to cancel out a sub 1. So, hindi lang basta tayo magbubura, kailangan we perform acceptable rule. Okay? Ang technique natin dito, tanggalin natin sa a sub 1. So, ibig sabihin, para matanggal to, we have to make 1 either itong first equation or second equation be equal to negative a sub 1. Gagawin natin a sub 1 yung isa dito. Kaya pag in-add natin yung dalawang equation na to, pwede siyang makancel kasi negative siya positive. So, dahil mas mababa yung 18, naunan na rin naman siya, edi gawin na lang natin negative a sub 1 ito. So, papaano to? We have to multiply negative 1 to 18 and we have to multiply negative 1 to this right hand side. So, balance ulit. Kung anong gagawin mo sa isang side, ganoon pa rin sa kabilang side. So, we'll come up with negative 18 equals to negative a sub 1 plus negative 4d. So, from positive 4d, we'll have negative 4d here. So, yung pangalawang equation, wala tayong gagawin sa kanya. We'll retain it that way. Tapos, pag trinay na natin itong simplify, we have to add the equation 1 and equation 2. So, gagawin natin, add natin to. Ba't sila yung add? Kasi sila yung constant. Sila yung pwedeng ipag-combine. Pag in-add natin yan, we'll have here a certain answer. Tapos, ito ng negative 1, a sub 1, i-add din natin dito sa ating positive a sub 1. So, bakit may linya dyan? Kasi makakancel siya. So, negative tsaka positive. Tapos, ito ring dalawa, kailangan natin i-add. Okay, we'll come up with 88 equals to 22D. So, wala na yung term na may a sub 1. Instead, we have here a constant at meron tayo ditong with numerical coefficient or literal coefficient na D. So, bakit naging 22D? Kasi negative tapos positive na 26. So, meron tayong 22D. So, like what we did kanina sa example number 3, para mahanap natin yung value ni D, ano yung kanyang numerical coefficient? 22. So, ibig sabihin, sa 22, i-divide natin to both sides. So, we'll have D equals to 4. Ulitin ko po, paano po nagkaroon ng D equals to 4? Kasi nga, here, meron kang 88 equals to 22D. So, divide both sides by 22. Whatever you multiply, you add, you divide to one side, ganun din ang gagawin mo sa isa. Sorry, panga talaga ng cursor ng computer. So, D equals to 4. So, ibig sabihin nun, 88 divided by 22 is equal to 4. Therefore, the common difference of the sequence having a sub 5 equals to 18 and a sub 27 equals to 106 is 4. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kung gusto mong mahanap yung susunod na number, yung from a sub 5 na 18, mag-add ka lang ng 4. Ang a sub 6 natin ay 22. Following by 26, 30, 34, so on and so forth. So, ganun lang po kasimple. Yung arithmetic sequence, yung given naman niya, it's a matter of how you try